Alright, what's up Spotify and YouTube? You're here listening to the Tacoma Parkour Collective Podcast. I am Tyler.
And I'm Jared.
And I have no plan today. I don't really know what we're talking about.
That's fair. I do want to start out with saying get well soon to Caleb Kinnebaugh. Sorry about SPL. I seen the bail. It looked pretty gnarly. Hang in there, brother.
You want to tell us what happened, or are you just going to leave it at bail?
Well, he dived fronting a gap onto the top of a gazebo.
That sounds wild.
And he misjudged the distance and landed mostly with his arm on top. He missed his feet by inches. It looked like pretty close, like whoosh. I'm holding my fingers out for people on the YouTubes that can see it, but on Spotify, just believe that I'm doing it because I'm doing
it. Just by inches, dude. That's really all it takes when you're performing at that high of a level. Is the smallest miscalculation can spell disaster. What do you think his recovery time looks like?
Judging by the before I saw the still image, I wasn't sure. I was thinking maybe like 2 months, but it does look like it was like a clean.
Oh, like a full break?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
So I'm not the biggest expert, but maybe like 4 months at least before he can start like rehabbing. Assuming that he can afford rehabbing, but
I can only assume at least 6 to 9.
Right.
Maybe a year out. It really depends on him and the work that he's willing to put into his recovery. How much time he actually gets to rest it, and the possibility of re-injury during that process.
Right.
So yeah, dude, get well soon if you're listening. If you hear about us talking about you, like, dude, ow.
Gnarly stuff, man. Hey, get well soon, brother.
Now, when it comes to stuff like this, like, people are always like, well, that's what you get for training parkour. And the reality is parkour is nowhere near as dangerous of a sport as people make it out to be. It's no more dangerous than two 200-pound dudes trying to tackle each other in football. Like,
a lot less likely to get CTE as well. You're not hitting your head like you are in a lot of these team contact sports.
Exactly. So, like, when people bring up that parkour is dangerous, I just like to remind them that every sport is dangerous. You're likely to injure yourself playing any sport if you are not properly preparing your body.
It even says on the back of most equipment that the liability that the equipment can only do so much. There's still an inherent risk. The equipment just helps reduce it drastically. Like shin guards in soccer, they're there to absorb kicks so your shin doesn't fold. You don't want that.
No, you don't. Not a good time. My shins are pretty shot, honestly. Like, I've taken a lot of shinjuries in my life. One was so bad that it actually broke my leg. So I definitely am feeling for our friend Caleb there. At least, you'll be able to walk. So appreciate what you got, guys.
What about the jams in Seattle this week? What a segue.
There is a... Excuse me, I cannot stop yawning. There's a jam in Seattle this weekend. It starts Friday and goes until Sunday, which is actually my birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday. I don't know when I'm uploading this. Sometimes it takes a while because we're recording 4K, so 30 minutes is like 14 gigs. It's pretty crazy.
That is insane. I do appreciate that.
Are there any days that you're planning on going? Because I don't know if I can make a 6 p.m. start, to be honest. Not on the weekends.
I would hope I could do Sunday. I'll look at the times a little better and I'll try to decide for sure. But really, sometime next week, I would actually like to get up to Cordata Park as like a birthday trip.
Right, that'd be cool. I got to talk to Thomas a little bit. We might have to do something related to him meeting up with us on the way back because he's got school that day probably.
Okay.
But
yeah,
I mean,
I'd have to be back in time for the lady to get off work for that to work anyway.
Which is perfect because he's actually done with class around like 11:30, I think.
Oh, okay.
So he'd definitely be ready by about 1.
So,
the Freeway Park Jam is the one you're looking into. Do you know which day the Gasworks one is? 'Cause that's the one I'm really interested in. I've never been to Gasworks.
I don't, but we should go to Gasworks just to go to Gasworks sometime.
We definitely should. I'm going to hang out with Scotty on Thursday.
Nice. It's one of the easier parks to get to in Seattle, really.
Right, it's not really downtown. It's kind of on the outskirts.
Yeah, and it has a dedicated parking lot.
That's always great.
That part.
Is it free parking if
parking lot.
A park participant?
Yes.
And then, isn't there a day at UW as well? UW is a fun place to train. Have you trained there before?
Yeah, I have when I was a little younger. It is a super dope place with tons of different little spots, but I don't know. The only one I know about is at Freeway Park.
I've trained a few times at UW. There's some spots we should definitely check out. I've trained at a few. There's tons of parallel walls because half the school was built in the 60s or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like brick. It's what we want actually. We don't want that flimsy metal. Rails. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite thing, but it is better than the flimsy metal. But give me some cement anytime. I think I've been saying that.
Yeah. I kind of like my rail spots if there's enough rails.
Right,
you know?
Get a little flow in.
Yeah, I don't like it. Okay, I can handle it if there's like a single rail as long as there's other obstacles. But I prefer to have like multiple rails and then multiple concrete walls.
Yeah, the optimal setup is definitely a lot of things, but for me, there's nothing like a good old curlicue handicap ramp. Give me the access ramp every day of the week. That's Jared's spot, and if we're lucky, there's Tyler's spot right next to it.
Probably.
Bench.
Bench life. What you know about it?
Make a shirt or a hoodie or something that's just a bench. Just says bench.
Yep. Bench.
It's a double entendre too, because you work out tons.
I know that would be some gym-worthy type. There are gym bros that would buy it just because it says bench on it.
We're trying to dip outside. We're not just trying to make shirts that feel good when you train. We're also trying to make them that look all right, regular. I gotta work on this a little bit. It's a prototype.
Them prototypes.
Check it out if you're interested at all.
Yeah, where can they find that?
Tacoma Parkour store at fourthwall.com. Something like that. But if you go on the YouTube channel, click any of the videos, the store link will be on screen at least at the start, and then also in the description. You should definitely check it out. The support helps. We put that money right back into the channel so we could do bigger and better things. We're trying to go to Cordata next week. I'm doing another collab with Parkour Supply up north. We're getting into it in 2025. I told you, man.
Yeah, we're starting to pop off with some of this stuff. I feel like the podcast is doing pretty well. Thanks to all of our listeners. I think we have 9 followers.
Yeah.
I think. So
it's pretty good considering we don't talk about it that much outside of the podcast.
Yeah, the podcast is like just the podcast. Like,
I'll take any excuse to hang out though, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
I like having good conversations with good people, good friends.
Exactly. That's why we got to get more guests on here. So if you train parkour and you would like to come on for an episode, we'd love to have you come out and do an episode. I basically just said the same thing 3 times.
Yeah, leave us a comment on the YouTube video or message us on Instagram. Check the description. You'll find our Instagrams. Find
a way to get a hold of us. I guarantee you'll leave a comment somewhere. One of us is bound to get to it. So, yeah. We brought on a new team member recently. We're going to call him SC.
Seba SC.
Yeah. So he's just getting started. You might see some videos from him like as we progress. I have to tell him we can't do Wednesdays anymore.
Did he get some regular shoes?
Huh?
Did he get some regular shoes?
No, he's probably going to show up in boots.
Well, if he's got a car, I can still meet up with him on Wednesdays.
Dude. No, he doesn't.
Just get him in the group chat. Okay, that's fair.
Maybe he would still come out here for sure. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Maybe he might come on and give you his beginner's perspective on everything. That could be fun.
That'd be cool. You gotta get on that, talk to him, see if he wants to.
Probably does. He'd probably be done. He's not doing much right now. Yeah, so let's talk careers in parkour. What careers are there for people to explore in parkour?
If you start young or you're like a freak athlete like Don DiTomaso, athlete is definitely on the table, but that's the most like physical work, to be honest. It's also a lot of mental stuff. You have to be training all the time. You got to work out, do all the outside stuff. You don't necessarily need your nutrition to be perfect if you got freak genetics, but it certainly helps. I would recommend that. That's not quite my route. That's a little bit Caleb's route. You're more like hybrid a little bit, which is cool. There's also the straight content creation avenue where you just go outside and learn the sport. You can do compilations where it's just the good stuff you're proud of, or people also want to see the journey. So recording attempts and making longer edits can do pretty well too. You just gotta try to keep it a little bit interesting. Maybe talk a little bit. That'll keep the audience more engaged. But then there's like videographers and like editors. You kind of do them all. I kind of do them all. I edit. I film. I do all sorts of stuff. That one's gonna take the most like traditional kind of work, where it's like, oh, I'm doing a thing for a set amount of time, kind of stuff. There's a lot of collabs with that. Once you record something good, it can get your name out there, and people want you to help them create something good. You know what I mean? So it's definitely it's a rewarding route as well. If you start off and you're a little older, or you're not that interested in sending dive fronts 12-foot gaps, you can definitely get into that. We need everything in the culture. We're looking for more like sports medicine, maybe some doctors, or some chiropractors possibly, to help with recovery a lot more with the seed. There's stuff that can let us know, that we can do at home, not just ways to help recover an actual injury. You know what I mean? What else am I missing?
Definitely stuntman.
Oh yeah, stuntman. That's probably gonna be the more reliable if you want to do actual parkour kind of work that isn't based on pushing it athletically. It's more about putting on a good show.
Right. Circus.
Circus is a good one. That's a little bit on the stunt side of the tree, but
I would say even more than the stunt, it's actually
acrobatic.
closer to that athlete level.
Right.
Like, to be a circus performer, you have to not only know your craft, but you have to know it so well that you can create a performance using that craft.
And also trust yourself to do it
A million times.
and the first time.
Yeah.
They'll give you another go, but if you're falling from like 15 feet with no net, there probably isn't another try that night. At least.
No, you get like one shot to make it happen, and if you don't make it happen, you're probably SOL. So, very important to be on your game. Any of these avenues, except, I mean, I guess there might be a little more leeway in editing. Like, you have more creative freedom there than almost any other avenue, I think.
I would say that. That's a struggle for some people coming up with ideas. Even I have. There's times where I feel like I'm copying other people, but that's the thing. It's everyone's done everything minus like the high level athletic stuff. So you just gotta make stuff you like and something that you're proud of. If you would watch it, then you should be okay with being proud of it, being okay with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I know I'm not the best athlete, but I'm demonstrating that I'm pushing myself and I'm trying to get better. You know what I mean?
Right. So, with these options to make money from doing parkour, how would you recommend somebody get started? Like, what would step one look like?
Get started to make money or just to get started with parkour?
Yes.
Well, with parkour at least, if you don't have a gym or like a playground near you with like a soft surface, you could always find grass. Maybe find a couple like big boulders that aren't too high off the ground and close together. And definitely see what you like. Because I've talked to people that aren't that into the jumping aspect that much, but they like running around, they like speed courses, they like vaults and stuff, you know what I mean? Because you could invest all this time and all this money into starting, and then you start, and on day one you're just like, well, this isn't for me. Then you could just go outside and try it. I always would balance on curbs and like jump between them, and I always knew I enjoyed that, and I watched the right video at the right time, and I went outside and I tried it. And that's what I recommend, honestly. Definitely be careful, test your surfaces, but as long as you're trying, you're paying attention, like...
I find it hard to fathom the idea of someone like saying that it's not for you. Like, obviously there's going to be somebody out there is going to think that parkour is not for them. My argument to that is that whether you like it or not, you do parkour.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, I know I do.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, whether it's something you're choosing to do or not, by moving through an environment, by definition, you are doing parkour. It's right. Just, it looks different for everybody and different species specifically. That's just my take on it.
There's a lot of benefits to it, for sure.
Huge life-saving benefits.
And not just the friendships and all that.
A community and culture, but what else?
It can definitely teach you how to protect yourself better with falls, especially from height.
Yeah, deal with fear.
Like 6 years ago, I'd be worried at like 3 stories. Not that I want to go down 3 stories, but if it came down to it, if my legs didn't explode at the bottom, I could probably save it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
2-story, I could probably handle that. It would suck, but I could probably handle that. At least I know the technique to minimize injury risk.
Yeah.
And I think especially a lot of, I don't want to say elderly people, but if people learn young how to do it, when they get older, falling is less likely to be like devastating.
Exactly. You gotta know how to fall. It's a crucial thing in life to know and understand.
We're not made of glass. We're not made of glass.
No, we are not. Some people's knees are, but that's different. With that, yeah, I think we're good. Do you have anything you want to add or talk about?
Once again, give us soon, Caleb Kinnabaugh. If you want to see his stuff, check him out on Instagram. The same name, Caleb_Kinnabaugh. But no, that's about it. Maybe see you at the jams this weekend.
Hey, summer parkour jams, let's go. All right, well, this was Tacoma Parkour. You were listening to Tyler.
And Jarrett. Bingo, bango, we're out of here.
Catch you on the flip side.